So my mom stopped by to let me know the check engine light is on in her car. So we're real quick gonna head on over there and put the code reader on it, take a peek and see what it says. Luckily, she just lives right here on the property with us, so that's not a bit of a commute. It's just right over there. So we're gonna go check that out real quick. Yep. Okay, we have a P0128 coolant thermostat, temperature below thermostat regulating temperature. So the car thinks it's cold, and it's probably not. And it looks like that's the only code. Well, we didn't really solve anything. We did pull a code, a P0128 coolant temperature thermostat below the operating range. But the temperature on the code reader and on the computer screen of the car on the dashboard looks fine. Cleared the code, it did not come back, so we'll look it up, see what it is, and see if it comes back. Hello and welcome back to Good Germs Off-Road Adventures and to the shop. As you could tell by that quick little intro, we're looking at Mom's 2012 Dodge Journey. It has a P0128 code coming up on there, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Stick around. So this is the car. Just your average 2012 Dodge Journey with a average P0128, check engine light code, which from what I understand is fairly normal with these. This old girl's got about 72,000 miles, which is pretty low miles for a car of this age. So that code, from what I understand, is related to, it just needs a new thermostat. So we went ahead and picked up a Dorman thermostat because, well, it was the cheapest one I could find. About 15 bucks on the Amazon website. Now you could go to AutoZone, get a Duralast. It's about $27. But is it any different? I really don't know. I mean, they're probably all made in the same factory in the same part of the world, so I can't imagine one being better than the other. Maybe the OEM part, but who knows how much that is. So we're just going to go ahead and put this in. I'll get a camera in here and show you where it's at, and we'll just get to it. As you can see, this is the 3.6 liter V6 model. And right here, my stick is pointing at it. That's the thermostat and housing. Now they do come off together. The thermostat's part of the housing, so that's pretty neat. And it's not too hard to get to. We just need to take off this cover and all is well. These typically just, you give them a little lift. And there you go. Comes off and you can see the top of the V6 goodness. Sure. But now you can actually see better access. It's just right here. I'm going to have to move the camera because from that angle it can't see anything. So I'm going to have to find somewhere else better to put it. And we'll get in there. I believe it's just a couple of 12 millimeter or 10 millimeter. One there and one on the bottom. And that should be it. Of course, we'll have to disconnect the radiator. This is the upper radiator hose. We'll have to disconnect that. I think I might maybe clamp it shut so that way we don't lose a whole lot of coolant. Sounds like a plan. We'll probably lose some out of the engine though. Okay. Well, I managed to figure out a bit of a janky camera setup to, film this, but I think that'll work. So these are just basically vice grips. They're meant for clamping off hoses. So that way you don't end up with fluid everywhere when you're doing stuff. And they just simply fit over the hose. And then you clamp it shut. They're not complicated, and they may save some coolant. All right, need to get this factory spring off, and probably some regular pliers will do. I don't like that they're facing out. They should be facing up. That would make it easier, but why would you want easy? We don't need easy. Okay, well that's got some sauce on it. This spring, it's got all the sauce on it. And unfortunately, these pliers are not letting it collapse all the way. Okay, different pliers. Okay, let's try these. Oh, that's mildly better. There we go. See if we can, there we go. Run that back. That's good. Oh, there it goes. It's coming loose there. There we go. Goodness gracious. So that code, you can see the words. I don't remember what the words mean. Well, some of that went in the drain pan. I can hear it. Some of it did not. Anyway, that code, what that means is that the thermostat, for whatever reason, or the not thermostat, but the coolant temperature, or the engine is not warming up as fast as the computer thinks it should. So it makes a code. Because why not? Okay. And they put this bottom screw literally across from a thing where it's going to be difficult to get to. Let's see how tight they are. Not very. Well, that's good. And then immediately upon loosening, they turn by finger. That's good. I don't know if I can get my ratchet under it. Oh, I can do it. Don't get a lot of throw on that. Okay. Is that, nope. I was hoping that made it finger movable, but it did not. Just don't get a lot of degrees of rotation on this. Oh, there we go. And now it feels really loose. Okay. If you have smaller hands, this would be a lot easier than for somebody like me with not small hands. Doing the dance with the two fingers on that screw head down there, and it's working. Not well, though. I wonder if I do a deeper socket, I can get on there a little nicer. Let's see. Deeper socket, probably going to drop it. Yep. And I have to get a magnet because it landed on a thing. Now to see if I can find it. We'll just stick the magnet down there because I can't see it. Nope. I can't see it. So that's going to be a good job for later, trying to find that socket that I've lost. And of course, you know, it is in fact a 10 millimeter socket because that is the most commonly, oh, I got it. It is the most commonly lost socket. It's like an urban legend, you know. It is the most commonly lost socket in the world, which is why I do have a emergency supply of 10 millimeter things hanging on the wall over there. But getting this on the screw definitely is making it easier to turn out. And it's about ready to come out. Got it. And there's the bottom screw. Oh, those. See, that's a long screw. Okay. And then, of course, this top one is just ready to go. Okay, and here it comes. And there we go. Just your average thermostat. Well, that's it. We're going to go get ready for the new one, but first I'm going to clean off the mating surfaces down there. Okay, we just want to have this nice and clean. Oh, an O-ring came out. That's good. Which is good because the new one came with an O-ring. Let's clean that surface off. Very, very nice. Good. So now that we've got the old part out, we're going to go ahead and compare it to the new part and hope they match. We're going to be positive about it, and we're going to assume and proclaim that they match because we really don't want to have to go to the auto parts store to go get another one. Okay, so here you can see the old one, and this is the O-ring that came out of it. You know, it just kind of went on there. Just plastic housing, sure. And here's the new one, in case anybody's interested. It is Dorman part number 902-3036, and like I mentioned, I got it on the Amazon website. Okay. And right away, it looks like it matches in shape and style and design, and there's the thermostat, and you can see the rubber O-ring is built in. So I would say we are probably good to go ahead and install this, unit here. So installing this really should just be the exact opposite of uninstalling it. Just get the new piece down in here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get this top screw started. Okay, that's nice. A little bit of wiggle room, great. And try to sneak my hand around to the bottom hole. Good. And just get a thread to bite, and then I can put a socket on it. Oh, there we go. You just have to contort yourself, bend over sideways, put your hand in an arm backwards in an unnaturally bent position, and you're golden. And I'm able to run that down pretty far with my fingers, so that's great. Okay, let's go ahead and get a socket back on the ratchet and set it on righty-tighty mode. Yes. Get that onto the head of the thing. Perfect. And now we can just swing it. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just swinging it down there. You don't want to put all the torques on these. You are putting plastic on with a pretty stout looking screw. So you don't want to put it on so tight you end up cracking the housing. Just pay attention to how tight it was when you took it off. There may or may not be a torque specification. I don't know. These weren't super tight. They don't have to be. That's a pretty decent O-ring they've got on there. Okay, that's pretty much it. Look, it's on there. Now you just have to put the hose back on, put the clamp back on, unclamp the hose from up here, and we're going to have to refill some coolant to the amount of which that we lost. We'll have to guess on that. Okay. Now, can we get the hose back on? The answer is, of course, yes. Maybe. Maybe the answer is just maybe. Here we go. Get the hand all the way. Ow! The clamp is sharp. Okay, the clamp is still sharp. This heater hose, is that a heater hose? I don't know. It's a hose. It may be air conditioning. Whatever the hose is. No, it's a heater hose. It is in the way, but that's okay. We'll get it on. There we go. All the way up to the stop. Perfect. Get pliers on this clamp, put it back where it goes, and that'll be nice. Okay. Yep. Oh, not quite enough. I know these aren't the right pliers for the job, but they're the pliers we're using. There we go. The right tool for the job is any tool that works. And there we go. Back to where it was before. Great. And we can unclamp this. Let coolant flow again. Lovely. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this back on. Just pay attention to where it goes, and it'll go on pretty easy. Once you find the little things, it'll just pop down. It really didn't lose too much coolant, so we went ahead and topped back in what we think it lost and put that cap back on. And I think it's time to drive it, get it good and warmed up, make sure we don't have a code anymore. Okay, sure, let's go. Well, I just got back from test driving Mob's Dodge Journey there and went for about a 6-7 mile drive, plenty of time for it to go ahead and warm up. And I'm happy to report no more check engine light, which means P0128. That's great. All the coolant is where I left it, which is in the car. That's even greater, better. Yeah, all good things. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. If you got something out of that, good on you. I'm hoping it helps somebody. If you wouldn't mind, if you're watching the video here and you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do that. It's still free and it's still easy. You just click the thing and you're good to go. I think that is going to do it. And now I've got a mess to clean up on the floor. Sure. Anyway, in the meantime, we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.